back to the channel. I'm so glad all of you could join me again today. Today we're going to be going into a haul. This one is a big haul. This is going to be all the kind of stuff I got around the holidays and everything I've kind of gotten in recently. And I like doing these and kind of going through because I don't get to do reviews on each and every product I get all the times that I order in and things like that. And I know this gives you guys a lot of ideas of things I'm collecting and going through things I'm adding to my collection. And I'm going to be going through some Blu-rays, some 4Ks, and some DVD sets. So this is going to be a collection of all the different things I've just gotten here recently. This is going to be another haul that I'm going to be going through. There's a lot of really cool titles that I got, some really great deals. I'm going to break down and go through some of these with you here and go through this. So we're going to start off with first, I got Timeline. And Timeline, I really did enjoy. This one is actually one that was just released on Blu-ray this year. They had never released it in the US on Blu-ray before, and I'd actually gotten it from France before. That was where it was released only on Blu-ray before. And this one is actually a true 1080p remaster. The one I'd originally gotten from France years ago was a 1080i, so it wasn't a true 1080p. This one looks way better, and the actual remaster on this looks great. And I really did like Timeline as a movie. Richard Donner actually directed it, and it did obviously have Paul Walker in the title role, and I really enjoyed him as well as Gerard Butler. I thought they did a really good job. I liked the time travel elements of it, and I really enjoyed the movie. So as far as this one goes, I was really excited to pick this one up. I've seen this one probably about 7 times, maybe 8. So I really already enjoyed this movie, and I really thought it was well done. So this one I was glad to add to my collection. So this one is available now in the US. This one is not one you have to import. It is available. It's released by Paramount Studios. So we'll have all of these that I'm going through with you guys here today, guys and gals. I'll have them all linked below in the description section right below this video. So if you do want to pick up any of these titles, I will have the Amazon links down below in the description section of this video. Right below this video, there's a description. You click the arrow down, it opens it up. And they'll each be linked out down there so that if you do want to pick any of these up, that does help out the channel. So anytime you do click through those, that does help out. All right, let's get to the next one here. So another one that I was really excited to pick up was Popeye. And Popeye was another one of those titles that Paramount Studios just released, just like it did with the Timeline there. And this one's the first time it's ever been released on Blu-ray anywhere in the world. And I really liked this movie. I won't say it's my favorite Robin Williams movie at all. I mean, Robin Williams did a lot of films that I really enjoyed. Still kind of surprised that Bicentennial Man has not been released on Blu-ray by anybody. I think it's because it's owned by Disney and they're just not remastering things anymore. But as far as that one hasn't been released, and I really liked that movie. But this is another Robin Williams classic movie, and it's the live-action Popeye. So I did pick this one up. It's been on sale. I think it's been like $9, maybe $10. It's been really inexpensive. So you really can't go wrong by picking this one up. And it's been completely remastered, and it's got a bunch of special features on it. Behind the scenes with Robin Williams, and then like some basically like musical shorts, things like that. It did come with a digital copy, which I don't really care about, but you might care about, whereas Timeline did not. So this one did have a digital copy with it, but I picked up Popeye. I liked it. You might like it. It was a decent movie. It's kind of a little bit of a hokier kind of Popeye with Robin Williams in it, but it's cute. All right, let's get to the next one. So I picked up Alfred Hitchcock's collection on 4K. Now, I've been collecting and upgrading all of my Blu-rays to 4Ks as they come out. And this one I was really excited to pick up. It had been really expensive when it first came out. I think it was like $89 or $79. And for 4 movies that are in it, I didn't really think it was worth $80. I mean, yes, I wanted to get it, but at the time I waited for it to go on sale. And I think I picked this up for $49. $40, $49. So it wasn't bad. So maybe each one right around maybe $12, $13 a piece after tax, whatever the case is. So it was a really good deal. Again, I'll have the link for this listed down in the description. It is still on sale as of today making this video. It was still on sale for that $49 through Amazon. And this one does have your 4K Ultra HD. It does have Blu-ray copies that are remastered as well in this, and the digital codes for it as well. But the Blu-rays, even if you don't have a 4K player yet, this is something I've been pointing out to people. If you don't have these already, I'd suggest buying it in the 4K collection. It comes with the Blu-ray so you can watch it right now. But then if you upgrade your Blu-ray or your TV to a 4K player, you'll already have the 4K in there. You won't have to pay to upgrade your copy again, which I kind of wish I would have done originally, because this actually came out a collection just like this on Blu-ray. I bought the Alfred Hitchcock collection on Blu-ray, and then I ended up upgrading to 4K and getting a 4K player and things like that a while back. And then I am now upgrading again. So to save yourself the time and the money, I'd suggest if you don't own it already and you're wanting to get it on the Blu-ray remaster, it does have the Blu-ray copies in it. Get the 4K set so you don't have to upgrade again later on. But the 4K set I was really excited about. I liked it. Kind of came in the same packaging as the Back to the Future set that I showed you guys before that I picked up. So it's in the same kind of, it's like a book almost. It's like a book inside that slips out and each disc is in there. And they're housed nicely. It wasn't like the Mission Impossible set where they were sliding around. They're actually housed really nice in these Universal releases. So I'm excited about this one. It has Rear Window, Vertigo, and Psycho, and the birds in it. Now, the one of these that I've never seen is Psycho. I've seen Vertigo, Rear Window, and the birds, and I like those. Psycho, though, was one of those I just was never a big fan of. The ones I really liked are, I really like Jimmy Stewart, and I really like those. And I thought the birds was classic. So this one I highly recommend. I love Alfred Hitchcock's films, and this collection in 4K, it's got to look amazing. I have seen some of the screen caps and things like that, so I'm really excited to watch this one. So this is the Alfred Hitchcock 4K collection. Huge fan of this one. I'd suggest picking this one up if you're a fan of Alfred Hitchcock, especially if you're collecting 4Ks. This one is a huge release. All right, I want to cover something real quick with everyone here. As always, please make sure to like, click the subscribe button down below and the bell notification right next to it. That way you get notified, just like today when I come out with a new haul, going through a little kind of mini reviews of things. You get notified when these videos come out so you can go out and watch them, and you get to find out all the stuff that I've gotten, little hidden things, maybe things you didn't know that were on sale or that's available. So make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and like this video. As always, I will have my Instagram and Facebook. You can follow me on both of those, where I give little tidbits of things that I've gotten in. Some of these I've talked about on Instagram or on the Facebook as well, showing what things I've gotten in recently as well. So if you follow me on there, you'll get kind of little hidden things of what I'm working on or what I've gotten in. So you can always follow me on that. That's the name of the channel, In Search of Physical Media. And that's both on Instagram and on Facebook. It's the same, and you can follow on both, and I post little things on there along the way, so you get more content as time goes on if you follow me on there. Make sure you subscribe and follow me, because there's lots more exciting stuff I've got coming out. I've gotten some great stuff that I'm really excited that's coming out. So let's dive back into this video. Let's get right back into the next one. The next one I picked up, this one was actually a gift for my wife. So I'm including it in this because it was something I was excited about as well. But this was a gift for my wife, and this was McMillan and Wife. This is the complete series that's been remastered for DVD. Now, I do still get DVDs when I cannot find any Blu-ray or 4K copies of anything. I do still collect DVDs of a lot of like TV shows and things that just, I don't know that they're going to remaster and release because they weren't, I mean, huge TV shows as opposed to like nowadays, they look for huge money right away. So McMillan and Wife, I really did enjoy this series, and my wife likes all these like NBC mystery movie series like Columbo. Huge fans of Columbo, which again, I've done a review on the channel. If you want to check that out, go down to the channel and you'll find the Columbo review on there. But this was one of those that basically Columbo would air, and later on in Columbo seasons, then McMillan and Wife would air. And so each Sunday night movie, they would rotate between like Columbo one week, and then the next week would be McMillan and Wife. And I really liked McMillan and Wife, which, if I say it too many times, you know how it's a tongue twister, McMillan and Wife, McMillan. Okay, I'm not going to do it. But anyhow, Rock Hudson was in it, and Susan St. James, and this is the entire series. And I've had some of you on the channel ask me if this has ever been released. And I found it, and I bought it, for my wife because she was really excited about this. And the entire series has been released on DVD. This is by VEI, and again, I'll have that link down below. It's one of those companies that's harder to find. The only place that I've been able to find to buy it through is either their direct website or Amazon. Those are the only ones that even carry it. But you can buy it directly through Amazon, which it does have that link. No other retailer that I've been able to find even sells this. So this one I picked up. It's the entire series, and it's all on DVDs. And this is just going to be a real quick mini review on this. The actual image quality is 1.33.1. It's full frame. English is the only language option on this. It is 3,990 minutes long. That's how long the series was. The audio is in Dolby Digital. And I'll say the image quality is decent. It's a DVD, obviously, so you're not going to have 1080p or anything like that. It is decent. The colors were clear, the image quality was clear, and the sound was crisp. It's no Blu-ray. But I would rather own this and have this for myself than basically never own it, because a lot of these shows aren't on any streaming services, and if you can find it, you can only find like a season or a couple episodes and then it's gone. So it does come with a slip cover on it. You open it up, it's a black case, which I do like the black case. And then when you open up inside, each disc itself is individually housed in these little slipcover cases that are felt lined inside so they don't scratch the DVDs, which I did like that. So you can take out basically disc 1 and disc 2, and you can take that, go play those, bring them back, and switch out the discs as they go along. And they're all stacked in here. If you can kind of see the big stack of discs in their own each individual case. And so that's how they come, is just like that. And some people complain about that, saying they'd rather the cases be in leaflets as they go. This doesn't really bother me. I actually kind of like how they come this way. Makes it easier, keeps them safer in my opinion, because they don't get scratched because they're not on top of something plastic. It's nice and soft inside each one of those. But this is the complete series, so I was glad to add this to my collection of TV shows. So if you liked McMillan and Wife, it's kind of like Columbo is a little bit. Mystery, adventure, each week something happens. It's a little bit more comedic, I would say, than Columbo was. So if you're kind of in the mood for a little something more comedic of a mystery movie series, this is that. And I did like the series. Rock Hudson, I thought, did a great job in it. And Susan St. James as his wife is great in it. And anyhow, this one was one of those I was excited to pick up. My wife was excited for Christmas when she opened this. So you can pick this one up, McMillan and Wife. Again, Amazon was the only one that I could find that even sells this, but the link is down there in the description. All right, let's get to the next one here. I picked up Mad Max on 4K, and this one I was excited when it arrived because I thought the cover on this looked amazing. And those of you that follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I did just post this yesterday on there and was talking about it because I really liked the cover art they did. Now, I have not opened my copy yet. I kind of try to do that as a time when I'm going to watch it right away. I take it out then, and I take the time to enjoy it. So this is the front cover, and it's in basically they sealed it with a slip cover over the outside, and then this is what actually the cover looks like. And I really liked their cover art. It's very retro, 80s, 70s, just bombastic, coming at you, explosion with the car coming at you, the guy on top with the gun and his helmet. And I thought Mel Gibson was great in Mad Max. So I really liked this, and this is the full 4K remaster. So Kino Lorber remastered and released this. This is their first 4K release, and I was excited about this. As I said, I've been collecting and upgrading all my 4Ks, and this one I was really excited to pick up. Tons of special features on this, and the image quality on this is supposed to be stunning. I've seen screen caps and things like that. I have not watched it myself yet, but I was super excited to pick this one up. I got this one on sale. It's been on sale, I think, for about 22 bucks, things like that. And so that was a huge sale because when it first came out, I didn't buy it right away because I think it was $30 or $32.99. And I think that's a lot to pay for maybe a movie on its own that I'm not importing. One that's in the US, I have a hard time paying 30 bucks right away if it's not in a massive steelbook case with a bunch of collector stuff. So I waited for this to go on sale and I got it for 22 bucks. So I was excited about it. It does have the Blu Ray that's been remastered as well on it, but the 4K is where this is at. I mean, the 4K picture quality on this is supposed to be stunning. So I was excited to pick this one up. So that's Mad Max, and if you can see that cover, Mad Max 4K, I highly suggest picking this one up and supporting this. This was Kino Lorber's, which, by the way, their name is incredibly hard to say when you're trying to say it numerous times. So I don't know why they picked that name. I don't know the history behind it, but Kino Lorber released their first 4K, and I recommend it. It looks, from what I've seen, amazing. So, all right, let's get to this. One's another Kino Lorber, and this one I have talked about before. This is the Buck Rogers in the 25th century, and this one I got on sale as well, and this one is just the movie. I already owned the remastered Blu Ray series before that was released by Madman Entertainment. So I have that, but what I didn't have was the movie, which is the theatrical movie that has never been remastered or released until Kino Lorber has done it here. And so I picked this one up, and it's a brand new 2K master that's never been released of the movie, which I'm excited about. It basically has a bunch of special features on it, and they remastered the entire movie, the 89-minute movie, just on a single Blu Ray by itself. So I picked this one up to complete my Buck Rogers remastered collection. Haven't watched this one yet. I recommend it, though, because, again, I'm trying to support these releases that are done by smaller studios like Kino Lorber, so they continue to do things like this. So that's why, even though I own this in SD on Blu-ray with that Madman Entertainment set, I didn't have the movie remastered on Blu-ray, so I picked this one up. And I like Buck Rogers, so I suggest picking up Buck Rogers if you like it and you like sci-fi. It was back in the era of when they were trying to do Star Wars knockoffs, and maybe that's a bad thing to say because it's not like Star Wars, but it has throwbacks to it. So that's kind of where this was in the era of they were trying to get the next big hit like Star Wars was. And that's where I feel like this kind of was created at that time. But so this is the Buck Rogers from Kino Lorber. All right, I picked up Wonder Woman as well, and this one was on sale, so I was excited to get this one. This is the Complete Collection TV series, remastered by Warner Brothers, and it's obviously says newly remastered. It's the entire series. So all the episodes, the mini two-part episodes, everything has been remastered, and it's beautiful. This one I already opened and watched some of it, so that's why the plastic's just on the one side of the case. The actual side that comes out has been opened already. And the remaster quality on this is beautiful. I have intentions of doing a possible review on this in the future here. It's just, as you all know, I have lists of things every week that come in that I'm trying to get through. So I try to pick what I think is going to be the most popular at the time, do that one, and kind of go through those or things that maybe you all don't know about. So this one I didn't want to talk about. I did get this one in, and in the future I am hoping to come back and do a review, complete review on this, maybe a comparison between this and the DVD. We'll see how that goes. But this one does look beautiful. Compared to what the DVDs look like, it's at least a 70% upgrade in quality as far as like screen clarity, colors, sound quality. It looks beautiful. So if you're into Wonder Woman and you're excited about the TV series, if you like the new movies, I really did like the old TV series. I thought it was very well done. Tons of special features, and the entire series has been remastered in this. I highly suggest picking this up, especially if you love collecting remastered Blu Ray TV series of shows. This one I was very excited to add to my collection. So Wonder Woman, the complete collection, highly recommended. It looks beautiful. There are some hokey things in this series, but you know what? It adds to the series at the time. And most of these older TV series that most of us watch, you kind of go into it knowing some of that. And that adds to the charm of it. But the series is great. And the remaster on this is absolutely beautiful. All right, another big release that I was really excited about, that this one's actually sold out, and I've had a hard time. A lot of people have contacted me about it since I posted this on Instagram. It is Tremors, and this is the Tremors 4K Ultra HD release that they just came out with. I ordered mine, and supposedly it was limited edition, and there's, as far as I know, most retailers don't have any left. It's third-party people that bought them that are now reselling them. They did a very limited printing of this. I was super excited to get my copy, and I posted on my Instagram as well, kind of going through what's in it. It's got books in it. It's got posters and little like pamphlets. It's got postcards. And then the case inside, it's got obviously your 4K with your Blu-rays in it as well. And the remaster on this is absolutely stunning. I watched it the other day, and I'm telling you, Arrow has blown it out of the park this year with their remasters. They did some other ones earlier this year, and I really hope they continue remastering and doing 4K releases because they are stunning. But the Tremors 4K release, I absolutely loved this release. I love how it came in an outside hard slipcover case. And then obviously on the side here, these come out. It has your separate case with reversible artwork. So it has the new artwork on it. Then it has the old poster artwork, which is what's on the back side of the book. So you can switch the reversible cover to whichever you want, which I really like that. And the book's really nice. The book has a bunch of photos in it and things like that. And then it has a huge poster in it, which I really like the poster. The poster's huge. I'll just show you real quickly here. Poster's huge. It's two-sided, so you can go to either side you want. But the poster has basically the new artwork or the old poster on it, which I really like that. I like the smell of it too, which maybe that's a little weird. Do any of you smell your Blu-rays when you get them? Or smells beautiful. I don't know. And maybe that's really weird. Maybe you all didn't want to know that, but it's a little quirky thing about me. It does smell good. I do like that. Anyhow, it smells real good. That's a big bonus. You should buy it because it smells real good. And if you like things that smell real good, I don't know. The paper they use is like that like ink and paper smell is really nice smelling. Kind of smells like rubber tires. Like, I mean, not like rubber tires, but maybe gasoline. Okay, you're all probably thinking this is a really weird conversation right now. But anyhow, a little bit of weirdness about me. It does have a good smell to it. So, but the book, real nice. It's got pictures, things in it, just kind of talking about the movie behind the scenes. I really did like that. The book was really nice. And then it had, obviously, your case. And then inside, it has all your postcards. They're all stacked inside here. Then you have your 4K, and then you obviously have your Blu-ray. And the Blu-ray was remastered as well. So the Blu-ray is beautiful on it as well. Compared to any other release of Tremors, This Blu-ray looks hands down better than any of the other releases. But the 4K is where it's at. And I'm sorry if you don't have a 4K player, you are missing out on this 4K because you're talking compared to the color saturation, the difference between lights and darks, the screen clarity, the amount of pixels per square inch, just the lifelike image. You're talking compared to the Blu-ray at least a 65% upgrade in image quality on that 4K. And it's stunning. So I really did like it. They have tons of special features on this set. And I really thought it was well done. And then the last thing inside this case was they have an anatomy of the bug. I don't know if you call it a bug, alien, whatever you want to call it. But anyhow, they have a whole anatomy of what it is. And then a poster of the town, basically city. And I really like Arrow's releases. I think their releases of what they're doing with these 4Ks is absolutely stunning. So I know this is going on a little bit more about this 4K. But I did just want to touch on this, that I was really excited about this release. So if you can get a hold of this, I highly recommend it. The image quality of it, the amount of work that went into this set, and the little basic extra bonus features they gave us with this set, it's absolutely beautiful. And I love all the little extra things with the books, the posters, the postcards, all of that sells this set. Well worth the money. If you buy this, this is one of those sets that I will spend money for. So I spent $40 for this one. So even though it's one movie, because of everything they gave, and it's not just a single disc on its own, kind of like I was talking with the Kino Lorber Mad Max set, that one didn't have really anything extra in it. So in this case, I will spend $40 for something that's a big case that comes with a bunch of stuff in it. I will spend the money for that, and I recommend this set. Watched it, beautiful image quality as far as that goes. If I were to rate this set as far as what I would give it a score of, I'd give this a 9.6. And so this is going to be a mini review for the Tremors set. This one hands down gets a 9.6, which is absolutely amazing. The only thing that I would say was complaining on it is that it was $40, because that is a lot to spend for one single movie. But I understand the work that they put into it. So for me, spending that money was worth it. But that's where the 9.6 came from. It got a couple of dings off of it just because the price of it for one movie was a little bit higher. But highly recommend the Tremors if you can get it. I will have the link down there in the description, but it's limited. They come in and out of stock, whether I guess the retailers find some that they have left. If you can pick this up, it is a limited, which means there are only a certain number being printed and then they're done with it, is my understanding. And that's what everyone's complaining about is that some retailers, I guess Target sold out, Walmart sold out, Best Buy's had it in and out sometimes. But then I guess Amazon got some in, and so that's going in and out. So if you can get it, definitely pick it up if you can. But 9.6 for this release. The movie's a little bit, at times, hokey as far as, like, it's again one of those sci-fi, like, but overall, it's such an enjoyable film that you've watched over and over. That's kind of like The Princess Bride that I've talked about, that I just did the review on my channel for. It has so much charm to it that it grows on you, and it's one of those classic movies. So I recommend getting Tremors. If you don't have this and you can pick it up, even to future-proof yourself, if you don't have a 4K player yet, pick it up because it's a limited edition that you're going to want to add to your collection. If you're a collector like I am, you're definitely going to want to have this one in your collection. I was so excited about this one. All right, Arrow, by the way, Arrow, if you're listening, keep these 4K releases coming. They are amazing. Even what they're doing with the Blu-ray copies on these, the remasters on these, are top-notch. So definitely support these releases. Tremors, highly recommended, 9.6. All right, let's go to the next one here. All right, next one I picked up was a TV series, and this is Martial Law. This is another one of those that a lot of people didn't know was even released on DVD, and this is the entire series. This is released again by VEI, so this is another one of those that I bought because they've been on sale. They're only available through Amazon or their website, so those are the only two places. No other retailers sell these. So I have the link down below there for this, but this is a spin-off of basically Walker, Texas Ranger, and it had crossover episodes with like Walker, Texas Ranger and the early edition, which I really liked both those shows. And so Martial Law I did like. It includes all 44 episodes, including the bonus crossover episodes from both early edition and Walker, Texas Ranger are included in this set. So you have the entire series, including the crossovers, which I really like that they did that because a lot of these TV sets that have been released recently, they don't include crossover episodes. You have to get the other series to get that part of it, but they're all included in this set, which I did like. And this is the complete collection. It had Arsenio Hall in it, Kelly Hu, and Gretchen Olgoff. And they were all in this series. It was a really cool series. I really liked Martial Law. And maybe some of you remember this, some of you don't. But Carlton Cuse actually created and directed this series, and I really like his series. I mean, he did Lost, and obviously I have a review on my channel for Nash Bridges. That's another series he did. And I really liked Nash Bridges. I thought it was really well done. This one, though, I did like a little bit more than Nash Bridges, and I think it's because the humor in this and the action was a little bit more fast-paced, whereas Nash Bridges was a little slower-paced. But that one was done. That's the Blu-ray series that I did a review on the channel. That one is done by VEI. That's the Blu-ray release. This one is a DVD release, though. They have not released this on Blu-ray at all. So this one is the DVD release of it. This is the entire series, and it is martial law. So I like it. It's a good pickup. It wasn't very much for the entire series, all 44 episodes. So I like adding to my TV collection of collecting things. So this one is a DVD set. And the image quality is decent. I actually, on most of the VEI DVD sets, they look very similar. And most of the image qualities on these are pretty decent. So, got martial law. Let me know if you like it, if you've watched it, if you haven't seen it, if you don't know anything about it. You can always ask in the comments below or post a comment below. I always reply to those, and I always look forward to hearing from all of you. So let's get to the next one. This one's going to be another 4K. This one is Peninsula. And this one is from Train to Busan, which I didn't see Train to Busan yet. This is actually the sequel to it. I picked up this one just because it was on sale for not very much. And I haven't seen Train to Busan yet, but I picked this up because it's on 4K. Train to Busan is not on 4K. So I picked this one up just because it was on 4K. Haven't seen it. I do like zombie films. And my understanding is this is supposed to be a pretty good zombie film. And I'm a big fan of zombie films. If you've watched the channel for a while, you'll see that I almost all the time when something comes out, it's a zombie film that's been remastered or something like that, I pick it up. I do like zombie films a lot. So I think this one might be good. Let me know if you've seen it or what you thought about it. And let me know in the comments below. Next one up's another 4K. This one is a big favorite of mine. And this is Stand By Me. And this is another one of those films that I had on Blu-ray that I did not have on 4K. And it was on sale recently and it's been on sale. So I picked it up. It is the 4K. It has been completely remastered on 4K and it looks stunning. It does have the natural film grain in it that I talked about before. They didn't DNR it out or mess with the bitrate to try to get rid of it. It literally looks beautiful. And compared to the Blu-ray, I won't watch the Blu-ray again. The 4K on this is stunning. And if you've seen Stand By Me, it's one of those coming-of-age 80s movies that at the time, kind of like Princess Bride that I just reviewed recently, I talked about, it was not popular at the time. When it came out, it did not make tons and tons of money. It actually grew in cult status as time went on. And it's one of those films that as the years have gone on, I've liked it more and more, and you kind of find more and more things of that you kind of relate to the boys and what they went through and the little bit of time of life that this is a snippet of them growing up. It was a great release. 1986 was when the film came out, and Rob Reiner did a great job with it. I actually think Rob Reiner did a lot of movies in the 80s that are really some of my favorite films that are just so classic 80s. Just what a great sense he had for that era. I mean, it's just so unique. So this one I did pick up. If you haven't seen Stand By Me, I'd recommend watching it. It's one of those that grows on you. Give it more than one time to watch it, and you'll find things that you relate to, especially if you grew up or were raised in the 80s, 90s. I mean, you can relate to a lot of the things that the boys were doing, 70s, 60s, things like that. I mean, you can relate to a lot of those things. The era now has so much different lifestyle than most of us did that grew up in the 80s or before that, that you kind of relate a lot to this stuff because it's what we grew up with. So Stand By Me, I was excited to pick this one up on 4K. So I highly recommend this one. I really like the movie. So, all right, I picked up another TV series. This is Bad News Bears. This is the TV series, not the movie. The movie is coming out. Paramount Studios is remastering and going to release the movie of Bad News Bears on Blu-ray. I think it comes out here in the next month or two. And I'm going to pick that one up as well. But this is the TV series that spawned after that movie came out. And this has never been released before on DVD. This is one of the first times it's been released. It's all 26 episodes of both seasons. There's 2 seasons. And I like the TV series. I liked the movie. So I picked this one up. This is another VEI release. Again, you could only get this through either Amazon or their website. So again, I did have that posted down there. This is the entire series. It's in one DVD case. This is not on Blu-ray. This is another DVD. But again, I would rather own it than not own it at all. And this is such a niche show that I don't know that anybody's going to remaster or release Bad News Bears on Blu-ray later on. So I think this is about all we're going to get. And it's not on streaming. You can't find this anywhere. So I wanted to own it. So I bought it, and it's all 26 episodes on DVD in one, basically, DVD case. So let me know if you've seen it. I mean, a lot of people didn't even know about this show, and there's a lot of people that say I find some random shows that they're like, man, I don't remember that, or wow, I saw one episode. So if you know about it, guys, gals, either one of you, if you gals have seen this or anything and you like it, let me know in the comments. I like because this one was one I was excited to pick up, and this is on DVD. So bad news bears. All right, next up we've got Apocalypse Now, and this is the final cut 4K remaster 40th anniversary edition. And this is a 6-disc set, and let me tell you, this set is nice. I almost don't want to open it. Sometimes I get things that I like so much how it's all sealed together and nice that I almost don't want to open it. I'm gonna open it and watch it, obviously, but it's hard sometimes because, man, does it look nice. It's got all the little books in there and the cases, and I like the artwork on it, how it's like shimmery, like if you can see that at all. It's like, but anyhow, this is the final cut. It's got all the cuts on it, just to let you know. That's why there's so many discs of Apocalypse Now. That's why it's 6 discs on it. And I actually wouldn't say that I love the film or hate the film. It's one of those films that you kind of got to see it, and it takes war in a different direction. It's more about the effects of what war does to the human mind and how it can make people go crazy. So it's kind of I don't know. It's a very hard to explain film, but Francis Ford Coppola did it, and like I said, he's got a very style to his directing, and I think that's why I always liked the original Godfather and things like that, was his style. And so this one I picked up. This is the full 4K remaster, and this has been out for a while, but I just never picked it up. It wasn't on sale for a long time. I think it was about 30 bucks for a long time. I just never picked it up. It was kind of one of those ones I had intentions to pick it up, but I wasn't ecstatic about it. It wasn't my favorite film ever, so it was kind of one of those things that I was like, well, I'll wait till it goes on sale. And it's been on sale. It's still on sale right now, so that's why I picked it up. It was a great deal, and it has the Apocalypse Now, the regular theatrical cut. It has Apocalypse Now Redux, Hearts of Darkness, and then obviously Apocalypse Now, the final cut. So depending on which one you like, whichever cut you like the best, it's got them all included. And this is the definitive edition. I'm talking, it's got everything you could possibly ever want in this set. So Apocalypse Now, 4K, I pick it up. All right, on the train of 4Ks, I did pick up Stallone's Lockup. Now, some of these 4Ks are pretty random. I'm amazed that we get like Stallone's Lockup when there's so many other 4Ks out there that I could think of that should be on 4K and remastered that aren't, like True Lies, The Abyss, and I'm just touching on like short little things. I mean, the rest of the Aliens films, the rest of the Die Hard films. I mean, I could go on about all the films that should be released on 4K and remastered already that aren't. Heck, I don't think True Lies or Abyss has even been on Blu Ray ever remastered, which is shocking. But anyhow, Lockup was. And so I am a Stallone fan, so I picked up Lockup, and again, I got it because it was on sale, and it doesn't cost very much, and it does have the Blu-ray remastered as well as the 4K on it. So again, if you're going to pick up the movie, you might as well pick it up where it's got the Blu-ray and the 4K. That way you're future-proofed. As far as the film goes, it's okay. I'm not going to say it's amazing. You know, a lot of the times I tell you guys, oh, pick that up, it's amazing. I'm not going to tell you this is a stunner. You're not going to run home and say, oh my, Lockup was an Academy Award winner. It's a, basically if you just want something entertaining to sit down and watch that you don't have to think too hard about, and it's not going to be an Academy Award winner, and it's a movie, okay? Let's just call it that. It's a movie. I wouldn't say it's something I'm going to tell you, go buy this right away. You've got to own this. It's a movie. So it's on 4K, and I collect movies, so it didn't stand out as something that I had to have, so I waited till it was on sale. I think I got it for maybe 10 bucks, maybe 8 bucks. It didn't cost very much, so still own Lockup. So I picked up Chernobyl, and I had this on Blu-ray already. I have not watched it though, and maybe that sounds bad that I bought it on 4K when I had it on Blu-ray and didn't watch it yet. But sometimes I do that if I can find a good enough deal, and I did find a good deal. It's been on sale for like $27.99 for this, I think is what it cost. And that's what I got it on sale for. And this is the 4K, the Blu-ray. It does have the digital, which I don't do digital anyways. But the 4K and the Blu-ray are in it. So the only reason I got this was because everybody kept telling me, and I kept getting messages on the channel, you've got to pick up Chernobyl on 4K. It's amazing. It's beautiful. So I picked it up. Those of you that kept telling me to pick it up, I did pick it up now. So now you know I did pick it up because you told me to and you recommended it. So I've got this on 4K. I am going to watch this soon. I have not watched it yet. But this is the true story of Chernobyl and what happened. And I like historical, like documentary series type things. And so this is supposed to be pretty good. It's a 5-part miniseries. And they said on 4K it's stunning. Like it's actually like a stunner. So I'm excited to see this. I wish they would release more TV series on 4K as well. Because I'm really into 4Ks. I mean, I'm into Blu-rays and DVDs and collecting anyways. As you see, I've gotten a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays. I collect them all. It's just, I like getting things on 4K just because I really think their black cases are really cool. In case you didn't see it, they have black cases. And I just think it's something cool and new and different. And as a collector, I really like finding new stuff and different stuff to get. So I picked up Chernobyl because of all of you. So you guys and you gals that kept telling me I need to pick up Chernobyl, I did this just for you. So I do listen, and I picked this one up, and I'll let you know what I think about it. So on Instagram or Facebook, once I get a chance to watch it, I'll post on there and let you know what I think about this as well. I might do a review on this as well. We'll kind of see it. Like I said, so many that I've got to do and so little time. So, but I did get Chernobyl. I picked up The Natural. This is another 4K release. As you've noticed, I've gotten a lot of 4Ks as well. This one is a big, big, big classic film. Robert Redford is amazing in it. This is the 35th anniversary edition, completely remastered on 4K. And I had some people talk to me about it that they said they didn't know that this was even remastered and released on 4K. And I guess at the time, I really didn't either. I've seen the film. I like the film. I love baseball movies. Robert Redford is phenomenal in this. It's a great film. And this one actually includes both the theatrical and the director's cut of the film, which I love that they included both of them in it. But this one is completely remastered on 4K. It does have the Blu-ray with it. For those of you that don't have 4K yet, you can get this so you're future-proof. But this film is absolutely wonderful. If you haven't seen it, one of Robert Redford's best films. And on 4K, I have no doubt it's going to be beautiful because so this one has Dolby Atmos, and that is a huge upgrade for sound quality. And then on top of it, for visual quality, it's stunning, the amount of work that they put into that. And this is done by Sony. So Sony has been on a tear with their Columbia and TriStar Pictures releases that they've been doing on 4K. They are doing an outstanding job. Them and Arrow, I mean, if you see their 4K releases, literally they blow it out of the water. So this one I'm really excited to watch on 4K. This one I do recommend picking up. As opposed to Lockup, if you want to and you have the money, go ahead and buy it. But otherwise, this one's highly recommended. The Natural is a classic film that if you have not seen this, you have got to pick this up and watch it. Especially if you love sports movies and baseball. I am a huge baseball fan. Love baseball. It's my only sport that I really watch. And I absolutely love baseball. And The Natural is one of those gotta have baseball movies. So, Natural. Next one I picked up was a 3-parter. So, I actually got one of these as a gift, which I was excited about because this one I did not have. I did not have How to Train Your Dragon, the first one. But I picked up, which was funny because they didn't know this when I got this as a gift, I just picked up 2 and 3 of How to Train Your Dragon for the trilogy. And I ended up getting this for Christmas. And I was surprised about it because I haven't been able to find this. I don't know if they're not printing as many of these anymore, but it seems like every time I was looking for them, I had either a hard time finding them or they were out of print or sold out. But I did end up getting the first one, and I had just picked up number 2 and 3. So now I have the full trilogy, which is you have How to Train Your Dragon 1, then you have How to Train Your Dragon number 2, and then you obviously have the last one, which is How to Train Your Dragon The Hidden World. So I do have all 3 on 4K now, which was an upgrade because if you have kids, and I've got kids, I have 3 of them. And if you have kids, especially boys, I have 3 boys, they like to watch these like animated movies. And I did like the How to Train Your Dragon series because there's not as many, it seems like a lot of the times for animated series, there's a lot of animated series made for girls, which is fine, but not as many that are being computer animated that are for boys. And How to Train Your Dragon I thought was a great series. It does have girl characters in it, so it's not that a girl can't enjoy it. It's just for little boys. Sometimes they like adventure series for boys, and it's harder to find things without them being super violent or things that I wouldn't want my kids to watch. And I did like the How to Train Your Dragon series. I thought it was really good. So I did upgrade these to 4K, so that's what this one is. Next one up, I picked up this one because it's kind of like a twisty thriller is the way I understand it, and it's called Bad Times at the El Royale. And I will caution that this one does have some explicit content in it, is my understanding. As they said, there's a lot of language in it, and there is violence in it. Now, I haven't seen it, so I can't really tell you on my own. When I looked it up, It did say that it had some shooting and things like that, and it obviously it is rated R. So go into it with that understanding that I am cautioning you. I haven't seen this, so I can't tell you if there is or isn't something good or bad in it. So it was recommended. I picked this one up, so we're gonna see how this one turns out. If it's something that I like or don't, I don't know. But Bad Times at the El Royale, I did pick it up, so take it with a grain of salt. I don't know, and I have not researched it enough to tell you if it's good, if it's bad. I haven't seen it yet, so understand that this was kind of a blind buy. All right, now we're back to Kino Lorber again. I did pick up The River. This one I did for a long time want to get. Sissy Spacek, Scott Glenn, Mel Gibson. I really like Mel Gibson's films, like with Mad Max that I picked up, which is in this as well that we were just talking about. The River, I did like this film, and if you haven't seen it, it's kind of like a farmer fighting for his land, but it's an allegory kind of for his life. He's fighting for his life, his wife, his family, and trying to hold everything together and feeling like he can't hold it together. And it's just, I really liked the film. And if you haven't seen it, Mel Gibson's great in it. I really like him in it. And I've always thought Mel Gibson was a great actor to begin with. But The River, I recommend the film. If you don't have it, it's a great film. Just an all-around enjoyable sit down. It's got some romance, some action, some drama. And it just, I mean, it touched to me. I mean, it's as a father, as a family man, you felt the struggle of him fighting for his family and trying to keep it together and feeling like the world's taking it apart, and he's holding on so tight, and it just really great film. I recommend it. And The River is by Kino Lorber. This one's on Blu Ray, completely remastered. It was just released this year as well. I actually think it was released 2 months ago, so it's a more modern release that Kino Lorber did, and the remaster on it I'm sure is going to be good. Kino Lorber does a great job with their remaster. So I recommend picking up this one, The River. Another 4K release that I was excited to pick up, and it's mostly because I really like Guy Ritchie. And Guy Ritchie did all of the basically more modern Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr. in them and Jude Law. I really love those films, and both of those I really loved. This is one of his, like, crime capers. Like, his crime movies are always, like, crazy. Like, you're never sure what's going on. Everybody's got, like, attitudes. And so I picked up this one. This one I have not seen yet, though, so I can't tell you if I love it or I don't love it. This is the 4K, my 4K box. I was a little disappointed. If you can see it, actually, they stuck the sticker on it when they shipped to me, and I took it off, and it took the outer slipcover, like, part of the paint off, which irritated me a little bit, but it is what it is. I try not to be so picky because I can't call them to have it returned for a little bit of paint missing off of it. But anyhow, mine did have that. So anyhow, Guy Ritchie, it's got tons of actors in it. And that's the way Guy Ritchie kind of does it, is he has tons of actors in these crime capers. My understanding is that this film just has a ton of language in it. So caution you on that one, that after I researched it, this one does have a ton of language in it. So that's my understanding. But the film's supposed to be pretty funny and back to his, like, kind of like what he did with, like, if you've seen the Sherlock Holmes movies, his movies are very, like, kinetic, I guess is what you'd call it. Very kinetic, like, you kind of, like, jerk to a next scene, jerk back to that scene, jerk to the next, like, and I like his directing. So I was excited to pick this one up, The Gentleman on 4K. I picked up The Expanse, and this is season 4. I have all the previous seasons of this one already, and I did like this show. This is one of those few modern sci-fi shows that I feel like has been getting better as it went on. And if you haven't seen the show, you got to start at season 1. Don't start at season 4. You will be so lost as to what's gone on. Season 1 did have some questionable content in it. I think there was a couple of scenes in it. But from then on, season 2, 3, and so on, there hasn't been anything. And I really did enjoy season 2 and 3. And now season 4. And my understanding is they're only going to do season 5 now. And that's the end of it. So the 5th season is going to be its final season. So I wanted to get season 4. I was really excited they released this on Blu-ray because this was, if I remember correctly, a Netflix series only. That season 4 was released on Netflix or Amazon. And they said they weren't going to release it on Blu-ray, and then they decided last minute too. So I'm very excited about that because I had never gotten to see it. So I did pick this up right away when they announced it. I had pre-ordered it because I was really excited about getting this one. So this is season 4, and I'm hoping they release season 5 as well on Blu-ray so I can finish the series off because I did enjoy this series. And The Expanse, it's a modern sci-fi. It's got lots of political intrigue and things like that, and it reminds me a lot of Battlestar Galactica, the modern Battlestar Galactica series. Very like that, like kinetic. Things are going on politically, and you got to follow the political things that are affecting like the little people, as you would call it, on little ships, and like and there's alien intrigue, and I liked it. It reminds me very much of that feeling I got when I watched the modern Battlestar Galactica series. So I did like this series. I recommend it. Again, I would suggest getting all season 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I will actually put down there in the links all the seasons then. So if you want to pick up any of those, you can click on the link down there. I'll put season 1, 2, 3, and 4 on Blu-ray. I'll put those down in the links too, but this one is the one that I didn't have that I just picked up. So I'd suggest picking up all 4 seasons if you're going to pick it up. But I do like The Expanse. It's a really good sci-fi series. All right, let's get to the next one. I picked up the Magnificent 7 collection. Now, this is kind of a funny thing. I actually already owned this on Blu-ray originally, but when I moved, I can't find it anymore. I'm not sure if I lost it or sold it or what happened to it, but I do like the original Magnificent 7. These are the original movies. These are the 4 original movies. It had Yul Brynner in it. It had Steve McQueen, Charles Bronson, James Coburn, and this is the original 4 movies on Blu-ray. And so I picked this one up again. I already owned this before, but I couldn't find it, so I had to rebuy it. So that's kind of the bad thing of being a collector and having so many is when you move, it makes things very difficult. Because sometimes when you move, you kind of lose things or they get damaged. So I did pick up this one again. It wasn't very much. I think it was $10 for the whole series, which is a steal of a deal. Because heck, when I originally bought this, when it first came out and was remastered for Blu-ray, I remember I think I paid $60 originally for this. So, you know, $10 or $12 that it's costing right now was a steal of a deal for this. So if you have not gotten this yet, pick this one up. And this is an MGM release. And my understanding is a lot of places don't even have this in stock anymore. I think it's going out of print because if you go to website after website, there's not very many that even have this anymore. It shows out of stock or out of print, and they've even removed the listing for it. So I picked mine up while I could because I realized that a lot of these MGM releases, when they go out of print, they don't bring them back. So if you haven't gotten this one, pick it up right now while it's cheap. This is the complete movie collection, the original movie collection, and I highly recommend this Western series. I absolutely love this series. This is like one of my favorite Western series. And Yul Brynner, Steve McQueen, I love Steve McQueen, and I love Westerns. So highly recommend this one. Pick this Blu-ray up. All right, coming to the end here of this stack. And I told you this haul was going to be huge. And I apologize if this video ended up being longer than I thought. But I had so much I wanted to go through with all of you that I was excited about a lot of this stuff. And if you could see the stack on the floor here of stuff that we've just gone through, it is huge. I literally had a ton of stuff that came in around the holidays here. And that's simply because there's so many deals and things to get right now that it's hard not to buy them. But so I picked up my favorite Martian, another DVD series. And this one was a steal of a deal. This series is released by MPI. And they're a very, very small studio that remastered and released this on DVD. And it has been expensive. Every time I looked up my favorite Martian, the complete series, I was looking at, I think there were $110 to $130 for this set every single time. And it's the entire series. So it has all 3 seasons completely remastered on DVD. And it has Bill Bixby, which is up from like the Incredible Hulk series. And I loved Bill Bixby's TV series. And I loved this series. My mom actually got me into this set. And when I was a kid, she would rent some VHSs that had a couple episodes on it. And I loved My Favorite Martian. It's a cute, like, sci-fi comedy. And great, great series. So I was excited to pick this one up. I have not been able to get it until just now. This was one of those DVD releases that for a DVD seemed awfully expensive to me to spend, you know, $100, $130 for this. And it's been on sale. I picked up mine for $40. So I was able to get the entire series for $40. And I thought that was well worth it considering it's been like $130 to $140. I've seen it up to $180. Every single website had it for that. So I was excited when it was on sale because, I mean, for $40, that was a steal of a deal to me. So I bought it. I have the entire series now. And this is another one of those niche TV series that I don't know that we'll ever see this on Blu-ray. I hope and really hope we do. And it's not released by like Paramount Studios, who just did the Mission Impossible remaster. So I don't know if some of these smaller releases we're ever really going to see come out on Blu-ray remastered. And again, you can't watch a lot of these on streaming. They're just not available. And so this was one of those classic shows that I really loved, and I wanted my kids to be able to see it. So I bought the entire series, 15 disc set, the entire series. MPI was who released it. I'll have the link down there in the description section for this. I had a hard time finding it from a lot of places because they didn't even sell MPI, the company that released this. But I did buy mine when it was on sale. I don't know if it's on sale anymore, but it was the day I filmed this still on sale. So if you can pick this up, I would recommend picking it up if you haven't seen it, especially with Bill Bixby in it. And if you can see this, I'll post the back side of it up above as well. So you can see the back side and the front side of it, the screenshots of it. So that way you can see what it looks like. But I haven't opened this up to watch this yet because I actually just got it yesterday. So I was excited to pick this one up. I really love My Favorite Martian. Let me know if you've seen this one, because a lot of people didn't know about My Favorite Martian. They didn't even know it was released because MPI was such a small studio that they just really didn't advertise it. And most people didn't know it was even remastered for DVD. And my understanding is the DVDs are pretty darn good looking. And so I'm excited about this, to own this and have the entire series, especially because you can't watch this on streaming services and things like that. And most of these older shows that I collect, you really can't watch on streaming services. So therefore, that's why I always buy them, so that way I have them to collect them and to watch them for myself. So, and this one is a nice box set. It has a nice thick outside box. It has the cutouts on the side of it, so you can slip the DVDs right out. And they're each in individual cases. So I thought they did a great job with this box set. So I was excited to pick up My Favorite Martian. And again, it's sometimes a lot of these memories we have from when we're kids, that we watched something with our family or our parents or grew up watching it. That's where we get memories of these things and why these nostalgic shows mean so much to me and other collectors. So that's why I picked this up, to add to my collection. So let me know if you've seen it or if you're excited about any of these. Let me know what you thought about this haul. And I know it's a massive haul, but I told you guys I would do this, guys and gals. I told you I'd continue to do more of these hauls along the way, because there's so many releases and great releases coming out that I want all of you to know about, so we can support them. And if you're a collector like me, there's things that I didn't know about that I go out and get, recommendations that all of you give me that I go out and then buy, so that way I can add them to my collection. And that's the fun of collecting, and that's why I'm so excited that we have this outlet, that we all can talk to each other, that we message. I get messages from you guys, I get messages from you gals, all of those comments. I just love it. So keep them coming. Make sure to send me comments down there. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook if you don't already do that. I always post on there several times a week, new things I either get in or things I'm chatting about, things I'm watching. So there's little things that it's kind of like a community. I look at us growing this community on here, and that's what In Search of Physical Media is all about. It's a community of all of us collectors coming together, me sharing things I found, you guys telling me about things you have, doing reviews, and that's how I look at this, is that we're growing the community. So make sure to share these videos. If you have other people that you know of that collect Blu-rays, DVDs, if they collect 4Ks, make sure to share any of these videos so we can help to keep this channel growing, so we can get a bigger community in here. The more that we get, the more then studios notice, hey, these people are interested in the content we're releasing. And that's why I try to, show all of you things that are coming out, new releases, things that I think we should support, because these smaller studios that are releasing these, I want them to know that, hey, we liked that release, we bought it, we supported it, the review was good on it, we liked it. So they can keep bringing us more of these, because there's a lot of good stuff coming out. And I've got some exciting stuff coming out. I just got in a huge shipment from overseas, and I'm going to be intermixing and doing some reviews on those as well. I don't really do the hauls as much for stuff I get from overseas, only because a lot of those are titles that I really want to do reviews on, because a lot of you might not know that they were released or available. And so I think those are exciting to come out with those, so you don't know what's coming up next, and it's something exciting that, oh, I didn't know that was released, now it's something you can buy. So I hope you enjoyed this haul today. Let me know if you enjoyed this haul. If you liked some of these titles, share that with me. Tell others about it. Share this video. As always, please make sure to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down below and the bell notification right next to it, so that way you get notified about any of these releases that are coming out. That way, as I come out with new videos, you have something new to watch, some new things to go out and collect. And as you know, as a collector, there are so many exciting things to collect right now, and I'm really excited and hoping that all of you are excited as well. Let me know in the comments below, and as always, like this video, subscribe. All of the links will be listed for everything I just went through in the description section below this video. As always, click on any of those through there if you want to get any of these. That does help support the channel at no cost to you. And I do appreciate all of the support, all the likes, all the comments, all the subscribers. Keep it coming. I am having a great time. I hope you all noticed that I really enjoy doing this, and I hope all of you enjoy this. Let me know if you've had a fun time and you enjoy watching these. I love doing these and getting together with all of you gals and guys. As always, I hope all of you have a blessed day, and I look forward to the next time we get to talk together.